Hello today, and today we're going to have a game of Battle Valley for the Sinclair ZX Spectrum, and this is the 128K version. Right, I first originally played this on the Commodore 64, and graphically and the music was absolutely amazing. Brilliant version. I then bought it for the Amstrad CPC 464 and it was a terrible version. It was glitchy, it crashed, it looked messy. Music was okay. This is the same music as the Amstrad CPC version actually on this version, but obviously the Spectrum and the Amstrad in a slightly different pitch, but apart from that it's the same music. Right, okay, that's enough waffle. Right, okay, first things first, we got to take the tank out. Immediately I can safely say this is better than the Amstrad CPC version. It looks definitely much better coded than the Amstrad CPC version. Obviously it's monochromic, you have to expect that with the imitation of the Spectrum. But some nice Parallax scrolling going on here. Right, I've got it on double fire mode, which that means it can be a bit awkward. Because with the Commodore 64 version, I think you might have this option, with this version, you have the option to turn that off and use an additional key to turn your tank or your helicopter around. So what you've got to do, I think you've got to stop 2 missiles in a certain amount of time. And right, we can stop here and pick up some weapons. Now you've got to be spot on. So you've got to, as I say, you've got to tap your space button or your fire button twice. Just you stop your tank. You got, I think, well, you did on the Commodore 64 version. You had 4 different modes of speed, which you could operate with the F function keys, I think. Right, so what we're doing here, we've got to take our tank out, clear a path, and you'll see why. You see that girder thing there, that will be explained in a minute. But your tank can get damaged. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, I've now run out of bloody shells. Oh, shit. Now you see, right, we've got a gap. So now what we're going to do, because I've run out of shells, I've been using them, really I should have cleared a path for the helicopter because I wasted a lot of shells. Right, speed up the tank, get back to base. And I think what you've got to do is, you can't get any more bullets because once you've got them, that's it. What you've got to do, I think you've got to catch 3 outposts either side, the left and the right. So you've got to get 6 outposts in total. And when you get 3, I think you get 3, then you've got to destroy a missile. Then you get the other 3, then you destroy the other missile, and that's game over. It's a very complicated game, but I found it quite good. Could never complete it. Right, so now we got to. So now we've parked our tank up, now we take the helicopter out. Same things apply, you tap button, you can turn round. You can start either left or right, it doesn't matter. And there is a key you push to get back to your main base once you've done that. But I don't know what the key is on the Spectrum version, because I doubt if I get that far anyway. Oh, a bit of colour clash going on there. The mountains in the background don't move. Looks like those mountains in the background were exactly the same as the Amstrad version. You can get weapons on this, but I'm not going to bother because it takes too long. The fuck about. Right, so we need that. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and get these. Right, so I've got those, which is good. So they won't distract me. So now what we got to do is get that girder, which is really tiny on the Spectrum. So this is going to be bloody difficult. Oh my god, right, let's see if we can get the winch right. You deploy your winch by holding down space with your fire button and pushing down. Right, okay, but this is really small. Right. Ah! So that's how far it comes down. Ooh. So now what we got to do is plug up the hole with the girder. Oh dear, so you're going to have to be pixel perfect with this one. So when you do that, you're just lucky you can go back and get another girder. There it is. And it's, I'm finding the Spectrum version, right, I'm in the centre there, so really that should pick it up, but it's not picking it up. But maybe you've got to be off centre on this one. Like I did, right, no, oh no. Right, I was off centre the first time, so let's see if I can be... Right, here we go. Yeah, you've got to be off centre on the Spectrum one. So a bit of programming glitching going on there. It should be in the centre like it was in the Commodore 64 version. And say the girder was much bigger and all. So it made it a little bit easier on... Right, no. So you've got to be pixel perfect with this. Am I right? No, you've got to be spot on. Fucking hell, you've got to be spot on. So this is getting frustrating already because you've got to do this. Because you've got to use the tank again. So this is really starting to piss me off. Alright, we've got that again. So this is the job of the helicopter. I bet I'm not spot on. Oh, I've done it! So now once you've done that, thank fuck, now you've got to rush on back and go and get your tank. You can crash the helicopter and it'll take you back to the HQ. But every time you crash or lose your tank or your helicopter, you do lose about 5 minutes in time. So it's not always a good idea to do that, but this is just a... I know damn well I won't be completing this game. I could never complete it anyway. But apart from the thing being so small, the girder being so small, I mean there's some nice parallax scrolling going on here. Ooh. So now we've got a... Oh, we'll land the helicopter. So now we still ain't got no shells because for some reason it won't let you take the other tank. There's 2 tanks, 2 helicopters, but you can only use one of them. You can't use the other one for some reason. You can angle the turret up and down, and you can clearly see that happening on the Commodore 64 version. I have to say this is no way as good as the Commodore 64 version. But it's definitely better than the Amstrad version because it had glitches. It was rushed. Alright, so we don't have to worry about the girder again. And the mountains in the background do look exactly like the Amstrad version because they didn't move. Oh, right. I don't think we have to concern ourselves about destroying these because now we're going to our new base, outpost or whatever you want to call it, catching an outpost, and that's where we start from. But there is a key, you can go back to your original HQ. Here we are. Now you've got to be spot on. So this is an outpost we're about to catch. You've got to park the tank. Here we go. So now here comes the helicopters. Now we use the tank again and continue. Well, what we've got to do is exactly the same thing. Blow a path. But we ain't got no shells. What's the fucking point? Right. So you don't top up when you get to the... So I might have to try and go to that base if I can and destroy. Because there'll be another base where you can pick up weapons. If I can make it. Severe damage. critical damage. Am I going to make it? Just so... No, I didn't. So you get so your shells are reset every time you but unfortunately when you hit space, you double to speed up the tank. You do use... But you can't do this too slowly because you're using up your time. So... Oh, come on! You can get them on the way back. That's what I tend to do. If I miss one, I tend to try and get them on the way back. Because it's very important that you clear it for your helicopter, because your helicopter can't get down there and destroy them. Alright. Oh, I missed it. Right, there's the girder, so we know. Where's our... So we don't... So there's no... Oh, I don't know. Right. Right, now we've got to turn around. But I ain't got enough... No, I didn't... Oh, bloody hell, I'm going to run out of weapons. Well, let's just hope we've done enough for our helicopter. But you get the premise of the game. So obviously I've done the tank the same colour as the landscape, so probably to avoid colour clash. Right, let's see if we can miss that, because I know if to speed up I'm going to have to tap my fire button and I'm going to use shells. Right. Yeah, I'd say they've done an okay job on the Spectrum version. I wish they could have made the girders a little bit bigger. Right, okay. And I still missed it. Right, okay. I ain't going back for it. I'll have to take our chances with the helicopter. I think that's the only one I've missed. Right. Okay, so we take the helicopter up. Oh, why the fuck did I even attempt it? Right, so now you can see I've got even less time to do it now. I think every time you capture an outpost, and I fucking tried it again, I don't know why I did that. So I'm down to 9 minutes, just leave it be. I think every time you capture an outpost, you get more time, but oh, bloody hell. I'm already up to severe damage, but it doesn't matter. As long as I get the job done with the helicopter. But it's about... Right, here we are. This is a lot of fucking about. No. No, what the fuck? Look, that's spot on. Still can't get the bastard thing. No. Right, oh, fucking, I've got it. Yeah, so there's a lot of fucking about with getting the girder in this version. Excuse me! I do apologise for that. It's rare that I sneeze in my videos. Hey, done it first time then. Alright, let's get back to the outpost. Oh no, I've got that rocket thing to it. Oh, colour clash, yeah, you can see the colour. It's not a bit too... Obviously, oh. Right, I got away with that. I played the Amiga version of this as well, that was pretty good. Right. So you even get, when you land, you've got to get the helicopter lined up. Right, so let's take our tank out. Also, we've got our shells back. Don't matter about that, we'll just keep our shells. Because we've got to drive. Because now we've done that, we'll drive to our second outpost. There is a 48K version of this as well. I think it's on the same image actually. Obviously, you won't get the AY music. Sound effects will be the bleeper. But I think the gameplay is exactly the same though. Right, so now we don't have to destroy them, but because I should save the shells for the next. Right, here we go. Oh, we can stop here. Oh. No, you got to be dead on. You got to be dead on. Right, here we go. Picking up some weapons now. You don't get. I noticed that with the Spectrum version, you don't get no way as much. With the Commodore 64 version, every time you get loaded up, it's about 10 items per load. So you would have got 30 shells there with the Commodore 64 version. Right, so here's our second outpost. Right, here we go. So, same thing again. And you notice with the Commodore 64 version, you get a little flag come up to indicate that you've taken it over. Right, so this will be the third if we can make it. See, we're now up to 10 minutes when it was down to 6. So your time does go up a bit. So every time you take over an outpost, right? So we need to clear a path. It's the same thing, clearing a path. Oh bollocks! I'll get that on the way back. If I've got enough shells. I'll get that one on the way back and all. Hang on, the time's glitched. It did this on the Amstrad and all. Something glitched. It totally glitched the game. So no, I'm almost out of shells now. So oh, hang on, I can pick some more up. Right, we're down to 1, 6, 11. That's pretty tight. And I still fucking Commodore 64 version. I would have got 30. This is really tight on the Spectrum. Right, tight asses with their weapons. Can't remember the Amstrad version. I think that could have been 30 and all. I'm not too sure. Now I'm almost out of shells. So I need to. I'm out of shells now. I don't know how much time I've got on the clock because it looks like it's glitched. Now it's up to 9 something. Well, that's nothing compared to the Amstrad version. Yeah, the whole entire game glitches. You can see graphic glitches going on, clock glitches. Even when you put the girder down, even though it says you put the girder down, when you try to drive your tank over it, it explodes. So that was a major glitch. So I don't know how much time I've got here. I've been playing this game for quite a while now. Right, so we'll park the tank up, take our helicopter out. I don't know. But it can be a bit frustrating. I can see the frustration. Oh, I'm going to get that. Light damage. Oh, got that one though. Yeah, the weapons are a bit tight on the Spectrum. Well, I say tight, I mean with the. I could have stopped and got some, but the helicopter doesn't really require much because the tank's supposed to clear the path. Right. So I won't waste your time stopping for weapons with the helicopter. But you can tell. Now what's happened? This game is glitched as well. It's really getting worse. Oh, for fuck there, this is glitched as well. Oh, I've got 98 minutes on the fucking clock. What is going on with the Z80 versions? So the Amstrad so the Amstrad version was glitched, now the Spectrum version's glitched. This is terrible. Commodore 64 version was perfect. I didn't experience no glitches with that. So it looks like the Spectrum and the Amstrad versions were now the fucking thing's not there. This is absolutely stupid. That thing is not there at all. This is really, really bad. So I'm going to have to try and get to the outpost with the helicopter, because this is absolutely glitched. Right, let's see if I can avoid everything now. This ain't going to be easy with the helicopter. Moderate damage. No, I couldn't get there with the heli, it's just too dangerous. But I didn't want to take the heli. But this is terrible now. If I can't, I'll have one more take because this review's gone on long enough. This is really getting shit. You know, at first I had high hopes for the Spectrum version. Now it's glitched badly. You know, there's no sense of continuing if you can't get that girder. It's disappeared. The clock's fucked up. It says I'm back up to 91 bloody minutes. That's more than what I started with. This is no, it's still not there. The girder is not there. So this game is fucked. This game is fucked. No sense of continuing because you're not going to get there in the helicopter. You'll get blown to bits. Ignore that. No, I'm not going to continue. The game is glitched. It's fucked. The game is fucked. It's just like the Amstrad version. If anything, the Amstrad version was glitched even worse. But if you can't get that fucking girder, it makes it just as bad as the Amstrad version. That's terrible fucking coding. How the hell was you supposed to complete it with these glitches going on? That is absolutely shit. It ruins the game. I mean, why? That is terrible. Shame on you, whoever programmed the Spectrum version and the Amstrad version. And what it was, usually the Spectrum version gets ported to the Amstrad, but that was not a port. They both were programmed badly. What a terrible shame. As the Spectrum version was looking good. Alright, it wasn't not a patch on the Commodore 64 version, but it was looking good until we had these glitches. What a fucking disgraceful game. And the programmers, how disgraceful to fucking let this getting away with something like this when it's glitched. Fucking arseholes. Anyway, I'm going to end this now. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, and goodbye.